So how to make a ball and socket joint for your marionette. Now you'll need your upper leg part, some dowel, or you can use metal rod if you wish. If the puppet's very small you can use a thin metal rod, something like this, if you're worried about the strength of it, but anything over sort of 6mm in dowel will probably be strong enough because we're only going to be using a very small length of it. So we need a ball for each hip joint. We need a drill bit that's the clearance for our whatever we're using as our dowel, and we need a drill bit that's a clearance for the wooden ball. So the wooden ball I've got is 16mm, and this is a 16mm drill, so it should be just right. Now as you get bigger with the size of the balls, you can go slightly bigger with the drill. So if you get to say 18 or 20mm, you can go 1mm bigger in the hole if you wish. But you probably, when they're this size, you want to keep it fairly tight because you don't want too much slack in the joint. So you need to be able to attach the ball to the centre of the dowel, or attach the dowel to the centre of the ball rather. And if you want to find out how to do that, then click here and watch this video, and that will show you how to centre up your hole for your ball. So I've done that here. I've got the dowel running to the centre of this ball, so it's going to be able to rotate around. Now we need our leg part, our upper leg part. This is prepared, and you can see it's got the slot for the lower leg joint in here, the knee joint. I've already cut that. Now before I cut this out on the bandsaw to shape it, I'm going to put this joint in because it's easier to work out when you've got a square block. You can do it afterwards, but it becomes more tricky. Now what we need to do is get that ball inside this block. So we work out, we know the size of the ball, 16mm, so we know it's 8mm to the centre. We can work from the top of our drawing down. We want to allow a tolerance here at the top, and then 8mm, and that will give us our centre there. So I'm going to allow 3mm, probably 3, or I might even do 4mm actually. Let's do 4mm tolerance at the top, which is to there, and then 8mm, which makes 12mm from there. So from the top of my drawing I'm going down 12mm, so it's there. So that's the centre top to bottom. So I can mark that across and transfer it onto this side as well. So that's the height down. We need the centre of our hole for this to rotate, so that's where the dowel's going to go through, and obviously we need to centre it up roughly in here as well. So we've got it there, and I'm just doing this rough at the moment, centering up in our block like so. Now we need to work out, here's our knee joint, and obviously you've got two of these pieces, so we need to work out where the centre, which side's which. So the hip, this is the puppet's right leg, so here's the centre of the sort of pelvis area of the puppet here. So we want to drill in from this side. So what we're going to do first is, actually what we'll do next, so we'll just mark off, like I said, the tolerance we've got here, which I've got just about 4mm. So I'm going to mark that across on both pieces as well, so I know what I'm doing there. Now we're going to drill in the clearance for our dowel through the centre of that hole there, but we're only going to drill it halfway through the block, or to the centre point on this side. So let's do that first. Okay, so over at the pillar drill I've got my clearance, my dowel, and my centre mark here, which I'm drilling through, and I've set the depth of the drill so it's coming roughly halfway through. So we'll just drill this hole first. Now, what I'm going to do next, now we can leave this till after we've done the next step if we want, but I'm going to, if I can, just drill another hole above that, just to lengthen it out a bit. Now, okay, so now we've got more of a slot. Now you can do that afterwards. I'll show you how you could do that once we do the next step if you want to. But I've just enlarged that, so rather than just being a hole, we've now got a slot, which will show you why that's necessary later. So the next step we need to do, we're going to cut off this top part here along these lines here. So we're going to basically cut off the top 4mm of our pattern. I'm going to do that on the scroll saw. But you can do this with a handsaw, obviously. But if you're going to use a big blade, you need to allow, when you do cut your piece, the extra amount on to allow for your saw cut. Right, so I'm over at my scroll saw now, and before I cut this top piece off, I'm going to just put a few extra marks onto my pattern, alignment marks, so that I know where to rejoin it back on. So let's just put a couple of just marks on there. So now we're going to cut this top part off. Okay, so with that done, it's back over to the pillar drill. So back over the pillar drill, and I'm using my clearance bit for the ball. Now I need to go get my block and square across. That's why it's important to have a square block. The centre points that we had before, or wherever you're centering your joint. So obviously it's not dead centre to the block, but it's centre to the pattern that we've got. So it's this part here across, and it's the centre across here. It doesn't have to be the centre, we just need to be, it just needs the ball to be nicely into the shape without being too tight on either side. So you want a decent amount of wood around the hole. And we're going to drill it to the depth of the ball. So basically we're going to drill 16mm down. So with that done, what I'm going to do now is just open this slot up. So that we can remove this timber here. And you can probably just do this quickly with a knife, but if you want to use a proper chisel, it'd probably be a better way to do it. we want to make sure that that's square all the way down and it's not too tight for our dowel. So if we pop our piece in, it's a little bit tight still, but so just got to take a little bit more off there. Doesn't matter if it's slightly too big, in fact, better to be just oversized than too tight. Perfect. So all we need to do now is reattach our top piece. And I'm going to glue that top piece back on. And then we can cut out our part as normal. Now you might want to put a little bit of lubrication in there, some graphite or something like that. Obviously nothing wet as it's wood, but if you want a nice sort of free, really make it free flowing, but I don't often find that's necessary, but you can do something like that. So we just tack that back on. I'll just tack it back on for the moment so I can show you. But you're probably better off gluing it properly with some proper wood glue, but I'll just tack it back on with a little bit of super glue for the moment. So you just make sure you get it nicely lined up with your pattern. Just hold that on. And of course this bit now goes into your pelvis of your puppet. So if you imagine this has just got a straight screw through joint, so this bit of dowel now goes and sticks in here, so you need to drill into here and glue the dowel in there. But what this gives you, not only does it give you nice up and down, but because you've got this extra slot here, it now gives you a little bit of sideways movement as well. So you've got your up and down if you're walking, but you've also got this little bit of extra movement to the side. So it's a little bit more realistic in terms of puppet movement. Just gives you a little bit more. But the real benefit of this is it's all hidden away, so it's quite nice and neat, particularly for carved wooden puppets. It's a particularly neat joint to use. So that is how you make a ball and socket joint.